Hello friends, today in this tutorial I will be telling you that how to build a custom PDF document viewer inside your React.js application. So basically this will be the demo application we will be building in this tutorial. You will see that there is a choose file button with the help of which you can select only the PDF document, and then there is the full size viewer here. Here you can view your PDF document. So currently no file is selected, so there is an option available to you. This is a select input field. So basically if I click on the choose file button, so I will be redirected to select any file. So this is the PDF file. Let me select this file here. So now you will see that guys, the PDF file has been selected successfully, and you can see there are various controls out there. You can also zoom in by that much of percent. You can also zoom out. So these are all the basic controls which are there in every viewer out there. You can go to the next page, previous page. You can search for something if you want to search for something like this. So all such functionalities are there inside this viewer guys. You can make a thumbnail as well about a particular page. So these are some of the features about this React.js PDF document thumbnail. You can see that you can take the thumbnail. You can also bookmark a page, specific page. You can also attach a attachment also, and you can also switch to the dark theme. So this is a dark theme. If you want to read something in the night, you can switch to the light theme or to the dark theme. So this is an advanced PDF viewer guys inside React.js application. We will be building this inside this application step by step. So this is the full screen. Full screen is also available. You can move to the exit the full screen. You can choose another file like this. You can download this. If you click the download button, it will download this. You will see that it will download it as attachment. So all such options are there guys. You can also print this document. Click on the print button. You can also print this document, PDF document. 5 people are watching the stream guys. So in this tutorial we are building this advanced PDF document viewer application inside React.js. All such controls are there. You can see that you can search for anything right here inside this PDF document. You can go to the next page, previous page. You can zoom in, zoom out. All such controls are there. And the last option, you can also rotate this page clockwise and counterclockwise also. Text selection tool is also there. Hand tool is also there. You can also move pages by hand. Vertical scrolling, horizontal scrolling like this is also there. So you can also view the properties of this file size, creation date, PDF producer. It was made in jsPDF libraries, PDF version. How many pages are there? Page count 1. So all such information will be displayed inside this properties window guys. So this will be the application we will be building in this tutorial guys. So if you want to get all the source code of this application, you can go to the video description link. I have written a complete blog post. So this is a blog post I have written here step by step. So you will see that this is a blog post, and all the source code is given in the video description. So alongside watching this video, make sure to also download the source code by going to the video description link. And one more thing guys, it also supports validation. So let's suppose you select a wrong file. Apart from PDF file, you select a video file. Let's suppose I select this WinZip file. So it will exactly pinpoint, tell me the reason that it is not a valid PDF document. So please only select the PDF document. So error messages will also be shown to the user if you select the wrong file. So this is part of the validation process guys. So this is a full application we will be building, and let me tell you the library that we will be using for this. So we will be using this React PDF viewer library. This is its official website. This is a paid tool which is built by a developer. It also offers you a free version to use. So all such features are supported by this theme, localization, all such features are supported. So we are using the free feature. It is free for developers, for React.js developers, but you can also purchase this software for only $49 for one license. Organization level, you can purchase it $199, and the documentation is very much great. Many examples are there. So for installing this library, full library, you just need to install this by using this library command npm install pdfjs-dist. So install this. So, and also it has illustrated the basic illustration of this viewer. So let's get started, guys. So let me delete all this stuff and start from scratch. So let me delete all this code here and start from scratch. For building this application, guys, we will also be using some Bootstrap. So for installing Bootstrap, it is very easy. I have given the command inside your package.json. You just need to copy paste all this code and once again run npm I. So we are also using some Bootstrap. So you will see this is the Bootstrap version we are using, 5.1.3. So just include this. So right after this, guys, we will now go to the app.js file. So inside this file, guys, we will write our functional component. So function app. So inside this functional component, guys, what we will do is that we will have our return statement. Hello world. So simply we will say hello world. And lastly, we need to export default, export this component, export default app. So right here, now let me rerun the application. So you will find out that, guys, it will be printing out hello world on the screen. So you will see that hello world is printed out. And now to include the Bootstrap, guys, you just need to make a slight modification. You just need to go to index.js file, and you need to include this line, which is import bootstrap slash dist slash css slash bootstrap dot css. So this will actually include the bootstrap dot css file. So after this, guys, you just need to uh, import the libraries, which is first we will import the usestate hooks. So this will be coming from the parent library React. After this, guys, what we need to do is that we need to import the worker, and we need to import the worker dependency from @react dash pdf dash viewer from the core library. That's it. And then, guys, we also need to import the same viewer from @react pdf viewer core. So this is the actual pdf viewer that we are importing. And next, guys, we need to import in single quotes, we need to import React PDF viewer core, and inside this, guys, there is the library slash styles core lib styles index dot css. This is the file that you need to include, guys, so just include this. After this, we also need to import the default the default layout plugin, and this needs to be imported from @React PDF viewer and viewer slash default layout. And lastly guys, we need to import one other line at the very top, which is @React PDF viewer slash default layout slash lib slash styles index.css. So this is the file guys. So we have imported all the libraries that we will need here. So instead of first of all we need to get the default layout plugin that we are importing here. So we need to initialize it, so we can declare a variable which is default layout plugin instance new default layout plugin. So I think this new keyword is not there, is not needed, so this will be a parentheses. So we have initialized successfully, and next we will declare some variables. First will be for PDF file, set PDF file. So here guys we will use the useState hook to initializing useState. So the initial value will be null of the PDF document. This is PDF file, this will be null. So that's why we are using the useState hook here to initialize the initial value. Next we will have our variable to display the error messages. So this will be PDF error, and the method to set these errors. So set PDF error. Again we will use the useState hook, and this will be empty by default guys, so we will not be having errors when we start the application. And then we will set the allowed files. So in this case guys we are only allowing the PDF files to be passed in the validation. So we will have this array allowed files array. So this will be holding only application slash PDF. So this is a mem type of only PDF file. So basically this is actually the mem type of PDF file. So I am just checking it inside. So now guys, instead of having hello world, we will have a simple input field from which we will select. So we will initialize a class to it. So class name we will give it container. This is Bootstrap class, container class, and inside this we will have the form tag. So inside the form tag guys we will have our input field from which we will allow the user to select its input file, input PDF file. So inside the label we will simply say upload PDF file. So we will close the H5, and after that guys we will have two break tags. So two break tags we will have, and after that guys we will have the input type file, and we will give it a class name. This is Bootstrap class, which is form control, and we will also be giving a on change to it. So when the file changes, so this needs to be capital C, so on change. So we will bind a function to it which will be handle file. So we will create this function, guys, so don't worry about it. So we now need to create this function, so which will be invoking every time we change the file. So basically this will be a arrow function, handle file. Automatically, guys, this e parameter will be passed to it, which is the event parameter. So it is automatically passed. So whenever you write this function, so after this, guys, inside this function, what we need to just see here, we need to get the selected file. So we will make a variable here, simple variable we will make is selected file. We will make this variable, and inside this, guys, we will get the file which is selected by e.target.files, and we will get the first file by using 0. And after that, guys, we will now check if selected file is not null. In that case, we need to now compare the extension of the file, selected file, and selected file, and we now we will check the allowed files. Basically, we have declared this array which is allowed files. This contains one entry which is application/pdf. So here we will select if it is includes if it includes selected file dot. Now to get the extension, we will type here type. So if it is matches, if it is comes out to be true, then we obviously know that it's a PDF file which the user has selected. In that case, we can read the file. So we can read it by using the file reader class. So we can invoke it, file reader. So after doing this, guys, we can use the read as data URL. This is a method, and here we can pass our selected file like this. And there is a function which invokes, which is onload end. This is a function. So when the reading process is completed, then this function will automatically trigger, and inside this we can set the PDF error to nothing. And here after this, in the next line we will set the PDF file to the selected e.target.result. That's it. And now inside our else statement, guys, so if this is the if statement, you will see that this is the whole if condition. If it doesn't evaluate to true, if the selected file is not PDF, in that case we will show the error to the user that we can set the PDF error message, and here we can pass a message that not a valid PDF. Please select only PDF file, and we can set PDF file. We can pass nothing, and then there is another outer if, guys. This is the outer if. You can see this is the outer if here. We also need to write the if else condition for this statement also. So the else will be simply for this will be, here we haven't selected anything, so we will simply say please select a PDF file. So that's it guys. So we have written this function handle file. So now we are in a position to test out the application. Let me check if what it is showing us. So now you will see that guys, we have this choose file button here. If I choose the file, you will see if I select this in the console, nothing is printed out because we are not displaying the PDF file in the viewer. So now we need to display something on the screen so that we can see the result in the PDF viewer. So one thing, if I want to display the error message, so let's suppose I select a wrong file here. Let's suppose I select a video file or WinZip file. So the error is not displaying here. So now to display that error, it is very simple. After this input element ends, so here basically we can check for PDF error. So if it exists, then we can show this message which is inside curly brackets. So inside a span tag, we can show a error message. We can give it a bootstrap class of text danger, and here we can simply say the PDF error message. That's it. So now guys, if you see here, this will show you a red color message that please select only a PDF file, not a valid PDF. So again, if I refresh it, if I select, you will see that if I select a correct file PDF document, the error will not be shown. So this is kind of validation guys. So now we are successfully displaying the error message. So now we simply need to display the PDF document in the viewer. So right after the form, we can have this feature. So inside the h5 tag, we can simply say view PDF, and inside this guys, we will have a simple div which will have the class name of viewer, and inside this, first of all we will check inside curly brackets which is PDF file. If the PDF file does exist, so we are checking for the hooks variable, you can see PDF file. So if the PDF file exists, in that case we will display the PDF viewer. So and so here we can display it inside this parentheses. We can display the worker tag. So this is a way by which you can display the PDF viewer guys. So here you need to provide the worker URL. So worker URL is nothing but the CDN URL of the library, which is unpackage.com slash pdfjs-dist at the rate 2.12 313 slash build slash pdf worker dot min.js. So now just close it. So inside these worker tags guys, we can just embed our PDF document. So right here, this contains a viewer tag. So this will have the file URL tag, file URL. So here you can provide any valid internet URL. I will provide the PDF file like this. So this will have all the controls. So the next option you can pass is the plugins options. So this will be the default layout plugin instance. So just pass it. That's it. So now if you just now test your application, you will see your PDF is displaying here. If I select a PDF document, now you will see it will display this PDF viewer. So it has got all the controls out there, zoom in, zoom out, search functionality is also there. You can go to the previous page, next page. You can also zoom in, zoom out, go to the full screen, exit out, download, upload, all the things you can do it. So one thing you can do this, guys, so if the file is not selected, you can just show the message to the user that the file is not selected. So this you can check very simply by using the hook variable, which is PDF file. So if the PDF file is not selected, then you can simply say inside this brackets that no file is selected. Yes, no file is selected yet. That's it. So if you refresh the application for the very first time, you will see this message that no file is selected yet. So if you now select your file, if you select a wrong file, you will see not a valid PDF. Please select only PDF document. And if you select a correct file, PDF document, the PDF viewer will display the PDF document for you. So this was the overall application, guys. So we are using some bootstrap classes we are using for the validation purposes. So I have written a complete blog post on my website, and I have given the full source code in the video description. So you can go to the video description to download all the source code. Please hit the like button if you haven't hit the like button. Subscribe the channel, and I will be seeing you in the next video. Until then, thank you very much.